Howdy everybody. Today we're going to be fixing a LG Tromm dryer. I'm pretty sure the rollers are bad or something like that, but this is what it sounds like. Alright, so after a few minutes it starts making this terrible noise, and like moving it around doesn't fix it, so I think the rollers are bad. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this vent hose off and turn this around to where I have a little bit more room. It's kind of a tight closet, but after that I'm pretty much just going to start taking parts off until I find the set of rollers on the back, and I'm probably just going to end up taking this whole thing apart and then putting it back together. Shouldn't be too difficult, but yeah, let me take this hose off and get it spun around. Alright, so you can just pop your screwdriver in the front here, and this whole top comes off here. Alright, so I had to change strategies here. Ended up taking the front of it off instead of the back. And look what I found inside of the trap there. I'm going to take this outside. Alright, so I'm out here on my balcony, and look what was in the exhaust vent, I guess you could call this. Got a pretty nice dinner knife here. A chopstick. A bunch of other garbage. I also found someone's ID in here, but I couldn't believe that something like that had managed to either even get in the dryer and then somehow get itself through the lint trap into the bottom. That's crazy. But here are the rollers we're going to be replacing. They look okay. They're a little bit out of round, so once I take these triangle clips off, I'll be able to slide them on. Alright, so just put the new parts on. 1, 2. I also took this off and the lint trap off and washed them in the sink, so there's like no dirt or anything in there. This is going to be a lot cleaner. But yeah, so this half is done. Now I need to go pull the drum and fix the back ones and put the new belt on and everything like that. So here's the old parts. So I mean, they've seen better days, but they're not awful. And to get these off, all you need is a pair of vice grips and a 9/16 wrench. Alright, so next thing I gotta do, I don't know if you can see it, there's a tensioner back up in there. So I gotta take that, push it over to get the belt off, and then take these 2 screws out here. 1, 2, this piece comes off, and then the whole drum will come out. So, and then the back rollers are up on the back wall. Gotta take these out too. is it falling apart like that? Alright, so that's out. Put this over there. Put this up here. This whole drum. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we have our back rollers. Right here and right there, and then I also have a new belt in the kit and a new tensioner and a new spring. So while we're in here, we're going to replace that. I'm going to clean out all this, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then time to go back together. Alright, so we're all taken apart. Just vacuumed it out real quick. Smells like complete shit in here, because that shop vac, I borrowed it from work, and I don't know what's in that thing, but it stinks. So got the fan going. Hopefully it'll air out pretty quick. But here's the new tensioner and spring. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach that onto the back, and then I ended up having to take the complete back panel off because the new parts, you can't just pull the wheel off. You have to replace the whole thing with the spindle, which is better anyway. But yeah, so let's start getting this thing put back together. Everything is clean and ready to go. So, okay, so here we are. Round number 2. Put it all back together. Tried to do a little laundry yesterday, and the noise started back up. So I think it might be something in the blower wheel. I'm going to take apart. I'm going to take the top off. Take the control panel, take this front plate off, and then I should be able to get to the blower housing. So let me do that real quick, and I'll show you what I find. Alright guys, so I think I just found our problem here. We're looking at this blower wheel. Everything looks good. It's all good. And then you come to, where is it? This one right here. Just broke. It's sticking out just a little bit, so I think I'm just going to take that piece off and throw her back in, and that should fix our problem. So, a lot of work for a very simple fix, but what can you do? Okay, so I just kind of cut that off and squared it a little bit, so that should be fine. I may take a file to that and just kind of wear it down a little bit, but hopefully that doesn't cause any huge problems. I don't see really why it would, but there's a lot of work for something that small. But alright, so back together, and it's been running for probably about 10 minutes now with no noise, so I think we fixed it. That should not have been a 2-day ordeal, but now I know how to take these apart pretty quickly and easily. It's not really that hard. But yeah, not a bad deal for the amount of money I paid for these. I paid $125, I think, for the pair. So $40 worth of parts that I didn't really need to replace, but now I know those aren't going to go bad. And it's all clean, no fire hazard here. I think we're good. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm sorry I couldn't give you like a whole, you know, montage of me taking this thing apart and putting it back together, but I didn't really have that much space to work with, and it would just be a boring video. So anyway, see y'all later.